Hey, I'm so excited with myself. If you guys been watching, I actually hit an intro. I did the countdown. Um, I'm here, man. Hey, we're in full effect. What up? What up? What up? Get Right Fantasy Network. You already know where you're at. You know why you're here. We're gonna break down cool stuff. Both my guys, they're doing cool shit, man. I've been out for a while, so I don't know if you guys seen earlier. I was on Dynasty Pylon. If you guys aren't following, liking, subscribing, all that kind of stuff, make sure you do that. I was waiting for my boy Tycoon. He actually gave me the courage. He said, "I believe in you." So I told him I was gonna run it solo. Uh, he said, "Run it." So that's all it took for me, and I was just like started hitting buttons. I made it work. So, hey, we're gonna break down. I What up, everybody? Oh, the chat's cracking. What's up, Tim boys? Dillon. Hey, Dillon finally got it. He was first. Congratulations. Oh, I can hit those chats. Hold on, boys. We're gonna hit buttons here. We hitting buttons. Hey, we'll give you credit where credit's due. Okay. Uh, hey, them boys, your first or your last. The boardroom again. Like I said, if you guys aren't liking and subscribing, make sure that you do that. Check our ticker at the bottom. Things things are getting crazy. I'm not gonna lock anybody into anything, um, but we're throwing money for every new subscriber. Again, it's more about the cause than it is the subscribers. Um, but we're donating to a good cause, St. Jude Children's Foundation. I know all my boys in here. Everybody's subscribed. What up, Dylan? I was in the fantasy boardroom. Yeah, I'm gonna have to write you. Hey, again, make sure. Look, this is where I got the courage. I believe in you. Hey, that's all it took, man. Those little comments, guys. So, hey, I'm gonna go on mental health because I kind of talked about it. If you guys didn't see, I was on Dynasty Pylon earlier. We're talking about Calvin Ridley, that kind of stuff. Hey, some stuff is bigger than football, bigger than fantasy football, that kind of stuff. So, um, just check on your people, man. Give them their flowers while they're here, that sort of stuff. Um, shitty things happen, man. So just if you love somebody, make sure you let them know you love them. For you guys, man, love you guys. Not to get mushy. Hey, Tycoon, I see you. Always nice to see you, Tycoon. Sorry I didn't tune in the fantasy boardroom tonight. You got me. You're good draft tonight. Yeah, hey, so Jonathan Smith, again, hey, another apology for me. I didn't know you were Drew Breezus or whatever the name is. It never correlated to me. It makes a whole lot more sense. So, hey, now I know. Um, Man, hey, so we got a lot going on. Again, work with me. Work with me here, boys. I'm here to answer all kinds of questions, that sort of stuff. We're gonna jump into because I don't think we did it last time. And I'm gonna start pulling up players that I feel like you guys need to watch, players for the future, players that we hit or miss. Again, on Dynasty Pylon, what I thought is cool. Um, so doing a draft from right now to see what we know now, what you would do in the future. It's cool to see where everybody's at with who they picked up, who they didn't. Like people that got picked up in the first round, second round, third round that aren't getting picked up now. Um, it's just awesome, man. So it's always good to see the results of that kind of stuff. Um, I'm transitioning over. Boom, boom. But I do have some good stuff for you guys. Again, I'm not solo all night, so sure I'm gonna get somebody in here with me. But we're gonna start breaking stuff down. We want to know who we should be picking up, that sort of stuff. Um, boom. I feel like a hacker. I'm just over here on computers and on phones, all that kind of stuff. So one thing I wanted to do, uh, so we do always have McGoat's interesting facts. Uh, this one was baseball, so I didn't know if we were gonna bring it up. So I want to jump into our optimal lineup. You want to know the best lineup you could have started last week? I don't think we covered this last week, and a lot of these names are really familiar. So it looks like we're looking at last year's um, QB Mahomes, number one. Obviously, if you played against Mahomes, good luck to you, because that had to be a rough outing. Um, You hate to see it, but he's back. He was until so little star on my shirt. Okay, hey, he's got to play a good team this week, so we're gonna see what happens. We're not the Raiders. Um, Mahomes, if you're playing super flex, it's gonna be Brady would be your number 2. Running backs, again, these a lot of names. If put us in a time warp, right? If we're in 2020, you want to be surprised to see these people. CMC and Kamara rocking out the running backs. Wide receivers, and this could be different in every league, right? Depending on points and all that kind of stuff. But wide receivers, are we talking about Devontae Adams and Tyreek Hill? And then to go tight end, are we talking about Kelsey? Flex? Diggs? Stop me when you're surprised. Hey, stop me when you're in 2020 and you're surprised. None of these are surprise to me. But this year, I mean, they're finally back, right? It only took till we're going on, I think, week 11, week 10. Pretty sure week 11. Flex, Stephon Diggs. If we're going to IDP and we're talking about defense, so defense, I got Baltimore. Kicker, we got Tyler Bass, and we got Roquan Smith. Hey, you gotta love to see it. We're back, boys. So everything we thought. All right, let me catch up on the. I do my chats on this side, so I do it all. Let's see. Change my name on Sleeper now to my name. Gotta hop off for a minute. Be back soon. Cool. Good draft tonight. Yeah. All right. So let me get back to where I was. All right. So I want to go over some quarterbacks. Obviously, we're kind of all at that stage where we already did waiver wires. You didn't have to spend your fab, that kind of stuff. And now we're looking at quarterbacks that are available, running backs, wide receivers, all that kind of stuff. Again, I believe there's only 2 bye weeks this week. So, I mean, that should help you out. One person that I'll be targeting for quarterbacks, I would say Matt Ryan. So Matt Ryan's only owned in 56% of leagues right now. So that's definitely somebody you want to keep your eyes on. Big Ben, he's another one. I'm trying to go over guys that are not rostered in a lot of leagues. Big Ben obviously is not rostered in a lot of leagues. Oh, this guy's going to end up doing the backroom stuff. But we got another guest here. So Big Ben's only rostered in 22%. I think that's fair for him. I would never touch him. Mac Jones, rostered in 40% of leagues. Obviously, I mean, to say he had a killer week would be an understatement. Let me pull it for you. So, yeah, 23 attempts, 19 completions, 198 yards, but 3 touchdowns. So you gotta love to see it. He did have I don't even want to say he had a favorable matchup, right? He's going against Cleveland. Next week, he's going against Atlanta. So if I was streaming a quarterback, I'm definitely going after a Mac Jones type quarterback. Very high projections. You've seen what Dallas just did against Atlanta. So that's somebody I would definitely be looking at. And again, like I said, he's only rostered in 40% of quarterbacks. 40%. And I'm going off fantasy. Yahoo, Justin Fields at 29%, Jimmy Garoppolo at 26%. So as far as what's available, Baker Mayfield's only owned in 36% of leagues. He's banged up. He admitted it. He said, yeah, I think he said just that. He said, I'm banged up, right? He's more banged up than he's been in a long time. It seems like he's going to play. But if that's your situation, I honestly had a decision in one of my leagues where it was between Jimmy Garoppolo and Baker Mayfield. And I rocked with Garoppolo. And I hate Garoppolo. He's only owned in 26% of leagues, but definitely I'll take him over Justin Fields. Mac Jones obviously wasn't available. A lot of people picked him up this week. So, yeah. I mean, I'll get to the questions in between. I'll actually try to do it in between positions for you guys. Let's see. All right. What we got? What we got? Boom. I want to pick up Matt Ryan, to be honest. He's playing that New England secondary. Yeah. Hey, Dillon, totally good point. New England, especially when it comes to like rookie quarterbacks, and you just have to deal with the Belichick aspect of things. So, let's see, Jonathan Smith. So, should I look to move Kamara? So, I'm going to give you a different answer than most people are. I personally think so. I think you sell Kamara very high. He has great numbers coming off the last couple weeks. I don't think it's sustainable. Obviously, they've kind of had that carousel over there in New Orleans. So he's a perfect sell high candidate, in my opinion. And that's without, let's kind of look at his schedule, what he's got right now. Let's see. Kamara is the second highest projected person just from what I looked at right here. But here we go, sorry. But yeah, no, I would totally look if you're going to move Kamara again. The only time I'm moving a top running back like that is if I have a very specific need, or if I'm going to get another running back for him. So in the last 3 games, he's had 13 attempts, 19 and 20. He's only got 50 yards, 61 yards, and 51, but he's got touchdowns in both of those. And I apologize because I'm not seeing receiving touchdowns. He only has 3 rushing touchdowns on the year. I haven't been very high on Kamara the whole year, so that's somebody I would definitely move him for. So if you could get one of these big names, people are scared of McCaffrey because he's been injured, but if you could get him, Jonathan Taylor's not really touchable, but like a Najee's going to keep getting points. Eckler, same thing. I mean, if I can move him and get any of those guys for sure, and then I guess anybody else besides that, if I'm getting him and somebody else, then that's what it is. 7 rings, and I honestly hate saying that because we should have like 7 or 8 rings ourselves. But what up? What up? You are fine with just I want to pick on Matt Ryan. Yeah. Hey, Anthony obviously hates Matt Ryan. So that was kind of easy decision. I already knew what he would say. I could honestly predict the whole show if you guys wanted me to. I can tell you what they're gonna say. All right. So McCaffrey finally came back last week, and you've seen they only let him play half the game, 13 attempts, still got 95 yards, just rushing. He got over 150 over talking about total yards. Next week he's playing the Washington defense, which until they played Tampa Bay, honestly, that really wasn't a big deal. So these high projections that they're giving him, that's his floor. Hey, my dude's still going to do that stuff. So when it comes to running backs, we always know, and we always kind of talk about this, right? When you're trying to trade and you're trying to do certain stuff, quit trying to trade running backs unless you're going to get a better running back. You could trade receivers all day. Get yourself a running back because, again, so I'm just looking at when we're talking about rostered percentage. I'm going to find the first person that's under, let's say, 80%. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 23rd. The 23rd projected running back for this week who's owned in under 80% is Mark Ingram. Then it goes Zach Moss. Then it goes Devontae Freeman. So I'm just saying, if you could stack up all these running backs and you want to get them early and all that kind of stuff, I will say for Superflex, obviously quarterbacks are very important. So that's somebody or some position that you definitely want to have depth in. But I always feel like you could find receivers. There's always different receivers that are out there. But to go to those kind of numbers for running backs that are rostered, like, that's what's important, boys. All right, let's see. McCaffrey, RB1, rest of the season. My guy going crazy. Hey, Dillon, you've never told a lie. Jonathan Smith, I have Najee, Hendo, and Carter besides him. And I don't have a top 3 tight end. Should I say about that? I'm 100% when it comes to tight ends. Actually, here, I actually got. Whoa, we're talking about tight ends. I don't like to do this, but I actually have a list of people that I would still like as tight end, and I'm gonna share my interesting notes. So, first interesting note, unrelated. Derrick Henry is still the 5th highest scoring flex position player in the league from one of the leagues that I'm in. I thought that was pretty interesting. Had to share. If you're looking for tight ends, you have Conklin, who's the 11th highest scoring tight end, who's 35% owned in leagues. Uzuma is 14th, and Freiermuth is 16th. Freiermuth, whatever. Freiermuth is owned in 55% of leagues. Uzuma is only owned in 21% of leagues. Again, that's all important because we're talking about tight ends, right? So I made a move. I went for Waller. I traded him for Elijah Mitchell. But again, I was stacked at running back kind of like you were. There's still tight ends out there. So Dan Arnold, he scored over 10 points in the last 3 weeks. He's had over 60 yards in all 3 of them. He led Jags in receiving last week. And again, we're talking about PPR. So there's other options out there. I want to kind of jump anything. What's up with Patterson? I'm Fournette Flicks and chilling in first place. But if he doesn't play, it may just be for this week. Hey, all right. I'm Fournette Flicks and chilling. What's up, Neanderthal? Hey, welcome back. You held it down on the show the other day. I appreciate that, man. Told everybody you did really well. What's up with Patterson? So, Atlanta's Atlanta. It's not much you can say about it. So Patterson's going to be out a little while. You see a lot of people going for Davis. Davis hasn't really done anything while he's been that guy. Like, he was supposed to be that guy. People were drafting him in the higher rounds this year. When it comes to their backfield, I'm not feeling it. I believe Gallman came in. So what they try to say is like, hey, we're only playing Gallman because we know that they have multiple back-to-back games. So they were trying to save reps, but obviously Cordarrelle Patterson went down. He's going to be out a few weeks. So if you're looking for Atlanta running back, unless you're desperate, I really want to jump at any of these guys. If you need like a 1 week, you could possibly get away with the Gallman. We're going to find out later in the week, but obviously they lost faith like the rest of the world in Davis, and that's just where we're at. 7 rings. Laugh as loud. Got a question for you. Jeff Wilson is on the wire. Should I pick him up and drop Sonny Michel? I have Hendo or drop Bills defense. I'm starting Dolphins this week. Dolphins is actually a solid play this week, but I'm with you. I don't want to drop the Bills defense. I never carry 2 defenses. But, I mean, Bills defense has been so solid, and Miami's such a solid flex play. Sonny Michel, same thing. He's kind of on my cusp of being dropped. He's not doing anything. Darrell Henderson did get hurt, and that's the only reason why I'm somewhat hesitant on dropping a Sonny Michel. Jeff Wilson, honestly, I'm not feeling so. Elijah Mitchell had something happen with his finger. He had to get surgery and all that. They're still projecting him to play this weekend. So I wouldn't worry about that. And then I don't know, Jeff Wilson is going to be the number 1 guy. Okay, so they schemed the Rams, right? They had to run the 35 or 37 times or whatever it was. They schemed them and they came out victorious. Debo looked amazing as a running back. Hey, it's just one of those crazy things, right? Like, you want to keep Hendo. Hendo's not hurt. Looks like Hendo's going to play once you come back. I believe they're on a bye week this week. You're going to want to keep him, you know. Jeff Wilson for sure has it, right? So if you're talking about last year, I want to say Jeff Wilson was the highest rostered player from a championship team because of where he's drafted and stuff like that. So some players, I have some leagues where I've wasted all my fab already. I'm not picking up players of the like of Jeff Wilson. It's just not going to happen. But he's not long term, right? So if we're talking about rostering, I'd honestly rather have Sonny Michel and Sony Michel. I'd rather have Sony Michel and just if Hendo gets hurt, then I just have a backup option rather than the other way around. So I think he's just breaking it down a little more. Oh, my boy Dillon Cassidy said 10-team PPR, 1 QB. I got offered Rodgers, Pitts, Deontay Johnson, Hollywood for Brady, Waller, and Jefferson. I don't accept, right? Man. Honestly, I'm accepting that. I think if you just catch me again, I don't get the time to look at it and research because what I'm doing right when I get stuff like this and it's a little deeper, I'm looking at games, I'm looking at projections, I'm looking at end of season. So look at everybody. But if I just break it down like Rodgers and Brady, like, hey, both phenomenal, both old. Not so much in the run to where neither of them are going to need to be passing the ball. Brady's numbers and projections are a little better for the rest of the year. That's why I like him. Deontay's great. Hollywood's great. However, they're dependent on the offense. So the only reason I would say to take that is because Pitts and Rodgers. So I could trade off Deontay and Hollywood easily because people are so high on them. Waller's not hitting the numbers that we thought about, and Justin Jefferson's amazing. But I guess if you look at it this way, like Deontay's not on Jefferson's level, right? Hollywood was, and he succeeded it or surpassed it, but he's not now. But like if I were to trade those two, I feel like I could get a little more than I get for Jefferson. Waller holds that name, but he's not doing anything, so you're still getting a little value for the name. That's a tough one, but again, I would base that one totally off of matchups. Again, I'm differently. The only thing I don't like about that is you're getting 1, 2, 3. You're getting 4 guys for 3. Usually, it just sucks dropping. You're gonna have to drop somebody to get that. So it's gonna depend on your bench on that one. Yeah. Mike, what up? Definitely not going to fall for the for the name, but we appreciate having you, man. If you have any kind of questions, that's what we're here for. Cricket Man, welcome back. I don't even put your shout out there. Hit that like and subscribe and help my boys out. Hey, I don't want to go there, but again, hey, I appreciate that. That's all I'll say, then, boys. Goes to a good cause. Check the bottom. You'll see it. We're a championship again. I can't even remember your team right now, Cricket Man. I know it. It's like Broncos, somebody weird like that. Prediction for tomorrow. Oh, we got a bold take? What? 7 rings? Hey, dropping a bold take. Prediction for tomorrow. Patriot. Oh, he went to 28-3. Hey, so he says Patriots are gonna win 28-3. You're a Patriot fan, you have to say that. Patriots obviously did great. Falcons obviously got blown out by the best team in football. Hold on, I could get rid of that actually. Hey, by the best team in football. So I think the Falcons are going to bounce back. I think there's a lot of teams. I think the Browns are going to bounce back. Baker's hurt, so it's kind of just to the extent of his injury. But yeah, let's see. Hey, Dillon says he has a great prediction. Prism, what up? So I did a 1-for-1 trade, CeeDee Lamb for Justin Jefferson. Thoughts? I think that's pretty. I think that's pretty safe. So CeeDee Lamb, if we're looking at projections, I believe is a little higher. Like when you're looking at projections for the rest of the season, However, now we're getting Gallup back, so I think you kind of did it at the right time. The Vikings aren't getting another receiver. KJ Osborne he's good, right? I'm not saying he's not. But you're looking at Jefferson and Thielen. Obviously, Jefferson's getting that hot hand. Thielen started out great, but they're kind of scheming on him. So I honestly think those are so close of players, but I think that's a good move, and I'm saying that as a Cowboy fan. Because Cowboys could change every single week, right? One week it's going to be Gallup, then it's going to be Cooper, then it's going to be CD. Obviously, they're all great. Greatest receiving class in the NFL. Dude, I love when Ant's not here. Nobody can say nothing. Like, hey, it's Cowboys over here. J Media, what's up? What up? What up? What's up, Dustin? Pick a D for rest of season. Arizona or Indy? Man, that's tough. And Arizona's numbers are going to be skewed because Kyler Murray missed the last 2 weeks. But I'll definitely say I'm a streamer when it comes to defenses. So like this week, I said it a little bit earlier. Miami's a defense that I feel is going to do really well this week. But I also had Tennessee as who I streamed last week, and they have a favorable matchup this week. I believe they're playing Houston. So to me, it's like it's cool for me to have them. Again, I kind of went on a tangent earlier when I was talking about defenses. Like they kind of need to work out the way points are scored for defenses in a whole lot of leagues because it doesn't make sense. Like we're talking about one defense in comparison to a whole entire offense, and their points is going to be 2 points, 5 points, 6 points, 10 points, 11 points. I definitely think that should be adjusted. I know people make the case to get rid of kickers. I think there's a reason to have kickers. I like IDP, that sort of stuff. But I think personally that commissioners, for all the commissioners that are out there, definitely make a point to make it worth having a defense. It's not all based on points. It's not all based on the production of what they're doing, tackles for losses, stuff like that. If you get into the stats and standings and like scoring, there's so much that you could do with defenses. So if you make it worth it, and let's make it universal, right? So everybody's kind of growing. We all started with this non-PPR standard league. Well, now if you talk about standard, you're talking about it being a PPR league. So we'll just keep growing, right? Like IDP, individual defensive player, it's going to be a norm. Even if it's just one player, two players, pick one defensive player and then have your guys that are in your league start watching both sides of the ball. Like that's just important, man. It's just growing. It's just growing the channel, growing the network. Fantasy football. I'm not even talking about Get Right specifically. So what's up with that? You didn't like my shout out to your team? Hey, I got lost in translation for sure. Miami definitely can basically finish out the season. Yeah, so Ant's really good at so one thing, I won't say one thing, like Ant's good at a lot of stuff. But he's very good, exceptionally good at looking at the rest of the schedule and looking at are they playing in a dome, what's the weather like, that sort of stuff. Look, he's going to get into it actually. For their next 6 games are good matchups. So again, Miami's a good one to have. So once you get to this part of the league, this one we got to start looking, right? So for my winners, my losers. For my losers, when I say lose, some kind of technical difficulty going on here. Don't be scared to trade, right? So like if your team's not pulling it off right now, don't be scared to trade. You have to win right now. Like you're trying to get in. If 4 teams make it, 6 teams make it, this is your time to push, basically. If you're sitting in that position where you have the extra roster spots and stuff like that, maybe you're waiting for guys to come back healthy, that sort of stuff, but you're content with your roster and you can hold 2 defenses, Cool, man. Totally hold Miami defense. Seems like they're gonna be good and work out for you. Brooks agrees. Yeah, Anthony, they got a good schedule. My prediction for tomorrow, the Falcons 400, Pat 0. Ooh, take that, Brooks. I think he was trying to talk to Dillon. He said no. All right. So Dillon says, I just can't stomach getting rid of Jefferson and Waller this late in the season. Yeah, hey, honestly, like I said a little bit earlier in the show, I had made a trade and I got Waller for Elijah Mitchell. I'm super deep at running back in the league. I can't remember. I got Hendo, Swift, Kamara, and Elijah being my fourth, and I could only run 2 running backs. I can't run I could run a flex, but it's super flex. So I shot Elijah, especially with this hurt finger. I shot Elijah just to get Waller, but besides that first game, right? So Waller came out and he scored 19 targets, and everybody went crazy, and then like you couldn't trade for Waller. We're looking at him like sliced bread, and it hasn't worked out. So I'm just saying, cut your losses. Waller. Look at Waller's number compared to anybody. Compared to Arnold. Hey, I went over Arnold's numbers. Go against Uzomar, anything like that. Like, hey, it's just, take the name off the jersey. It happens. Final question. I'm thinking of starting both Damian Harris and Stevenson tomorrow and half PPR. Other options to replace Stevenson. A-Rob, Hunter Henry, Brian Edwards. Yeah. Man, I'm off the train of starting A-Rob. I think you're talking about Ramondre Stevenson. He definitely had a great week. Hunter Henry got his touchdown. Brian Edwards, you have to show me who's on the bench for these to be the guys that you're choosing in between. You have to show me who's out there. Because, yeah, Damian Harris seems solid, right? If they go back to what they're used to. If you watch in the past, I've always said I don't play against Bill Belichick. He's always trying to scheme. So who knows? Next week could be a Bolden week, or Cricket Man. Oh, I'm the guy this week. Hey, Cricket Man is fun. He is every week. Hey, every week is interesting for sure. He was loving Fish and Frank. He went to Ant. Finally get my chance right now. I'm the only guy here, so I don't know how I feel about that. But I do appreciate that. Cricket Man, welcome back. Cricket Man only seems to appear when Dustin is on the stream. Hey, I like it, man. I ain't even mad at him, my man. So, all right, we're going crazy. We're going crazy. Love that you get your airtime, but trying to get it home, almost there. Okay. Lucius. I have J-Rob, James Robinson. I'm worried he's not going to play to pick up Hyde off waivers. I'd have to drop either Van Jefferson, Stevenson, or M. Johnson. What do you think? I don't know if I'm just dumb, but like, who's M. Johnson that you have in your roster? Because I'll tell you right now, like, I'm dropping M. Johnson. If I don't know who he is, again, you can tell me the name and it's going to make so much sense. But the fact that it's not coming up, I'm dropping M. Johnson and Van Jefferson. I liked Van Jefferson last week before Odell. I don't think Odell's breaking into any of his production that he's had. Damn, I so know M. Johnson too, and that's driving me crazy. I don't think that he's breaking into. He's not going to break into his target share or anything like that. He's just a distraction. So if you look at the game, right, like he tried to force Matt Stafford tried to force the ball to Odell because he's there. They threw the interception, that kind of stuff. I don't think it's anything to do with these wide receivers. In my opinion, it would be best to get rid of all of them. So I don't feel like Cuff has as much value before they picked up Odell, even though Odell's not going to do shit. I don't. I would have traded him beforehand, but again, everything looks good in hindsight. But I did say that I've never really felt the Odell impact. I've never liked Odell, so again, a lot of it's just personal, whatever. So, Dillon says that Brooks, I couldn't start both confidently. Belichick said that Stevenson did a good job filling in, and that Harris is clear to play. Yeah, and that's part of what got me. So I felt like even if you watch preseason, Ramondre looked like the guy, like he was going to be the one to take the job. Then they had Sonny Michel. They traded him off. Like, again, the Patriots could do whatever they want with whoever they want. And that's why I try not to mess with them. I always put them to the likeliness of, okay, I put the Patriots. I put the Saints there for a long time because Drew Brees is going to hit 10 different receivers. And then you look at Tampa Bay. So Tampa Bay's got so much talent, but you only got one football. So it's cool. Mike Evans is going to get off 1 week, and then Godwin. So you're playing catch up. You're chasing a rabbit that you really don't know what's going to happen. So start Jacoby in the flex or wait to see if AB plays. I have Kadarius Toney and Bateman in case he doesn't. I'm not playing AB right away. So obviously AB was he was in the walking boot. I believe he just got out of the walking boot. I'm not gonna go with Kadarius Toney either, although he is a great player. Bateman, when it comes to target share, yards, he's been exceptional. And Jacoby, right? I hate to say it, like, so he's getting the targets, he's getting all that stuff. He just got his first touchdown. He finally did it. Who knows if he breaks into it? He's honestly had like he's had 2 or 3 times where he's got the 2-point conversion, 2 or 3 times where he scored touchdowns, one against the Cowboys, and he gets it pulled back. So like, he definitely has what it takes, and which is why I would go with Jacoby. But my second would be Bateman and then Toney. So Toney has big playability, right? So he could catch 4 passes and maybe hit 100 yards. Like Bateman is, I believe he's got 6 targets at least since he's came into like being able to play. So, yeah, when it comes to PPR too, like I really like Bateman, honestly. Now that I think about it, and even though we all know the Ravens aren't much of a throwing team, I like Jacoby. I start Jacoby in a lot of leagues. I have Bateman. So honestly, I've started Jacoby over him in a lot of leagues. But Bateman really is getting the production. It's just his numbers and predictions are not showing up for what he does. Brooks, yeah, that's what I'm worried about. He's got some work in the passing game, so that's why I'm tempted. I also don't want to be a homer. It's not about all right. So like I have feelings about being a homer. I never used to pick Cowboys ever. Last year I kind of went hard. I was like, hey, Dak Prescott, I think with what we have, I was looking at CeeDee Lamb, everybody. I'm like, our offense is he's gonna have to throw the ball. Our defense is gonna be what the hell?
What's up? What's up?
Do you know you're on camera? hey,
Yeah.
you know what up, Frank? Fishing Frank, my
Fix that up.
boy.
Hey,
Hey,
brother. What's up?
hey,
So,
welcome, man.
I was
I'll give you a
on.
second. I won't rush you straight into it, but if you want to take the question, here's what we got on the table. So Brooks is a Patriot fan.
Oh no,
Obviously, his
I
name
was
is
going to
Seven
respond to the
Rings.
way you were just talking about. I think you were just talking about Bateman, and who
Oh
was the other
yeah,
guy that you were
hey, that'd
mentioning?
be a good question. Bateman, Kadarius Toney, and Antonio Brown. What do you think?
Yeah. So
He's on next question.
out of the 3, Antonio Brown has the best upside if he comes back healthy, right? Because he's
Yeah.
actually the highest producer of them. Kadarius Toney had a
Oh,
flash
I'm
in the pan, which
sorry,
was a really awesome game.
Frank. I'm sorry, but I do want to say he also mentioned Jacoby Myers, and if
Oh,
I read it correctly, he's talking about who to start this week.
oh, this week. Oh, so we're talking this week's starters.
So
Okay, so that changes a little bit of it.
Jacoby,
But I was going
AB,
to agree with
Bateman,
you
and
as far
Tony.
as Bateman getting more
Yeah, I'm sorry.
targets currently. You know what I mean? Like I was going to, just saying that he's getting a good share of the offense and continues to grow uh, the amount of touches that he has per game, right? So that's always a positive sign. And you want to have guys that
Yeah.
are going to be involved in the offense and or becoming the focal point of the offense, part of it, because who else do they have to throw over there? You know what I mean? Like honestly, uh, um,
And I want
so
to do a side
he's
by
becoming
side
the man over
between
there.
him and
Uh,
Hollywood, you know? Like, how much has
oh yeah,
Bateman
that'd
really
be good.
ate into Hollywood's? Hollywood was up there, dude. He was a top 5, top 10 until just
Oh
recently.
yeah,
Not
no,
saying
he
he's
was
not
serious.
anymore, but he was up there with Debo and
No, no,
Cup. I
he's
mean,
not. He has to,
obviously not Cup's level.
right? No, and you were drafting him that way though too. You know what I mean? Like you were drafting him in a certain position, knowing he was going to be projected X amount and be that kind of starter or not starter for you, right? And that's why I think Kadarius Toney was like a good option because he's coming on late. He's coming on when you need him in the playoff times and stuff like that. And I think he's going to blow up a lot sooner than Kadarius Toney. I drank the juice when I saw Kadarius Toney, dude. I got shares of him, uh, but it hasn't produced. You know what I mean? It hasn't worked out as far as you know production, right? At the end of the day, how many touches is he getting? What is he producing? And he's not getting there as compared to the other guys. I don't think. You know what I mean? But obviously, Antonio Brown, I think if he's playing, you should start him.
Yeah, I want to take it easy because I feel like Tampa Bay knows that they have so many receivers, and that's why I always go to the lowest floor. And that's why I say when it comes to Antonio Brown, that's why I would kind of wait a week. Like, hey, maybe he does get off, stuff like that. He's not your safest play, and that's what we need. We need the points. I'm gonna jump ahead in the chat just because I have a couple that made me laugh. I didn't want to jump and put it on the screen, but it says Stone Cold Glass Breaks, Frank
Oh
the
no, go
Champ.
ahead.
Hey, no, hey, like if you had your
What's
own
up?
introduction show where you just walked in and it's like, hey, Stone Cold Steve Austin, I'd be like Sting. I'd just drop from the ceiling and shit. But I thought that was I thought that was pretty funny. So hey, they're welcoming you
Get the
for
glass break.
sure.
Let's just smash a beer real
I
quick.
know later. Maybe I should be Stone Cold. Hey, who knows? Prism, Dustin,
Yeah, I
will
was
you
thinking
ever
you
update
drink it
your
all the
weekly
time.
projections? No, I won't. Um, I'm just not that guy,
You
man.
don't
I
have
don't
any
want to tell you
weekly
guys what I'm
projections.
thinking.
You only have your lumber projections.
Hey, that's why he asked me. He's like, "Hey, are you ever gonna
You don't
change
even
it?"
have
Like,
a
nope. I
section
got
of the
my
page because of that. Because he's not doing weekly.
yeah. I would tell
You
you.
could though if
Hey,
you
I'm
want to.
glad
I
Frank.
put you right on
I'm
there.
glad Frank finally removed me from it because he used to ask me all the time. Never did it. So, hey, best move to. I probably shouldn't even read that chat. So Brick says, "Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. He got some awesome work in the passing game, so that's why I'm tempted. But I also don't want to be a homer. Yeah, Dustin is a fantasy best? Question mark. My favorite. Get right. Look, hey, now he's gonna change.
Oh,
Hey, now he's
Cricket
gonna
Man.
change.
Oh,
Did you
what's up?
hear? Hey, now he wants to know if he's gonna start Brandon for the rest of the season. Dustin, will you ever update your weekly projections? Hell no. Bro, that's why I take my hats off to these guys. I'm supposed to just be a host, like, and I play in the leagues. Like, so if I lose, like, you're not expecting too much from me. Do I win a lot of leagues? Like, is my record's good and all that kind? I'm all right. You know what I mean? But these guys are the
I think
professionals.
his
I put
record's
it.
better than mine because considering how many you've been in, like you've caught up to
I,
me in like I've been playing for a lot longer, and I think you've caught up to me in a short amount of time just because of the number of the leagues you play in.
But see, I try to fly. I try to fly under the radar. So these guys are. I'll give
Yeah.
it to everybody on here. It's a bunch of sharks. So if I go on this show and they'll ask me a specific question, they'll say, "Hey, Kadarius Toney, or hey, whoever, Rashad Bateman." I'm like, "Oh, Rashad Bateman." They'll notice that I have Kadarius Toney, and they'll send me Rashad Bateman. Like they're listening to our show. They're on us. Like it's a different
Yeah.
world, right? I'm in hella different leagues, so it depends. It depends on the league, that kind of stuff. So it makes it fun. But nah, these guys
It's
are the
almost impossible
professionals.
to
No
make
joke
moves now.
about it.
It's literally impossible to make
Yeah.
moves. Like I would have made moves like some of the guys that I talk about, like I would never mention even to Anthony. I'll be like, Anthony was wondering how I could pick up fucking tight ends and get 20 from him 1 week and then drop him the next week and pick a different guy up and then get another 20 from that guy. Because I was like on it. You know what I mean? And like just being on
Hey,
it.
you
And now
have
we're just giving
something.
it away to everybody. And there are people that are watching that are in our leagues and they don't even comment. Now we know that they watch. Like I've found out recently. Like they're not always commenting. But they're certainly doing the moves that we would have did, or at least following the moves that we were going to do, because they're not even talked under the. I guarantee you, some of these things and some of these guys are not talked about. They're like, "Oh, why are you mentioning that guy? Why should you go for that guy?" That's because we see it. We already know. We've been doing it for a long time, and these guys are like catching up. I'm like,
Hey, I
I
gave
was
you
just
credit
having the
on that last
conversation with
week.
Neanderthal. I was having the conversation. I have it even in text. And Neanderthal, he's like, literally, you guys are like another level stuff fantasy. I said, yeah, because we're just like we live, breathe, and die fantasy almost. Like, I mean, I don't know what it is. It's been a while. You know what I mean? Like you get pumped up about it and you're just like involved in every little bit player news. Like we were just talking the other day about we just need to get into those
Ne-
sweet conversations of who's having breakfast with who and who's hanging out with who, right? Like as far
Neanderthal
as
just
quarterback
said.
positions and things like that.
Neanderthal just said, "Show the chat what you play for. Show me your belt if you want to.
Oh,
I mean, you don't
let's see
have to." Neanderthal just wrote it.
I gotta show it. Okay, now that he mentioned it, that's what I'm talking about.
I'll hold it. I'll hold it down while you wait. Um, hey Dylan, I don't even know I put this one up there. I did. All right. Hey, so this is what. Look at him. Hey, talk about Stone Cold.
That's the champ. That's why the name tag is Frank the Champ. So if your league doesn't have a belt like
The
this,
champ is here.
y'all need to step up your game. Maybe have a Super Bowl ring or something like that. The money's nice. Let me tell you, the money's nice. Everybody, who doesn't want the money? But it's the
Well, Michelle
prestige.
says
It's
she
the
sees
belt.
you. Michelle
Yeah,
says she
you know what's up.
sees you with the belt.
This is it right here. Y'all need to get some belts. I got 2 belts in my leagues, a
Hey,
white
it's
and a
upside
black
down.
belt.
Hey, it's upside down.
Nobody's had both belts yet. Nobody's had both belts. Get yourself
I'm
a
about to
belt.
be champ.
Hey, I
Stone
want to one
Cold
day have
Frank.
both, maybe even 3 belts on me, like being like Canelo. That dude had like I counted him. He had like 7 belts, bro. That night that he won the
Hey,
other night,
Fr-
7 belts.
Frank's
To
trying to
be
be
like that, could you
unified.
imagine having?
My dude's
Hey,
got 4
hey,
guys up there holding belts for him.
undisputed, champ. That's what you're going for,
Yeah.
right there.
Hey, Frank's intro would be 5 minutes long if we talked
I'm just
about
gonna
his
wear it for
whole
the rest of the show now. It's
whole
on.
reputation.
All right.
Whatever. Hey, I'm taking home.
Let's
Hey, if
move
that
on. What
belt's
do we
in
get to
our
the
league, I'm
questions?
in it. So Anthony says, nah, so Damian
There's a
Harris
white belt in that league.
is a guy like no other guy in New England since Corey Dillon. And he brought out Corey Dillon. You guys may not
Back in
know
the
him.
day, undefeated, huh?
I hate this guy. He is undefeated. And it just hurts to say that, man. I'm going to just let this resonate because he's in my league, right? I was on we were on tough bye weeks last week. I guess it was not this week that just ended, but he's out there, man. I don't know how we let this guy go 10-0. So I'll give you your time to shine. I did.
Let me say
Now,
this
I'll
about
drop the
undefeated
first
people.
one. Fuck off, Lou.
You already
That's
know.
one.
You already know he's not winning the
One
shit.
fuck
So
for Dustin.
there you go.
Oh, hey, he don't even need to see your team. Knows you're not winning. Neanderthal is back. He says, M. Johnson, Tennessee, went for 100 so yards. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's exactly where I know him from. Yes. So what do you think about that? So obviously Johnson, he took over the backfield for the Titans. A lot of people are on him. Honestly, in all my leagues, I had Jeremy McNichols. We even talked about this.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to throw hella fab money at him. I did, and I'm already dropping him. So, hey, I'll do the second F word. I fucked up.
Spent the bank on him. Spent the bank on him,
I did.
but it's not him. It's Deontay Foreman who you're thinking of at Tennessee.
No, Deontay Foreman is honestly
the
doing well, too.
Now. It's Deontay
And
Foreman.
Yeah, but it was
who's the Johnson
Deontay
guy?
Foreman's
Marcus
doing
Johnson?
good. I believe so, from Tennessee. So Deontay Foreman, I know he came. He was in Houston, right? He played with a couple teams, but Deontay Foreman was good. Like I held him for a while, thinking he was going to be that man. He wasn't. So it's just weird that his name's even being brought up now. But McNichols is not that dude.
Yeah.
So that was a total swing and miss, and I'm gonna have to die on the throne. That guy. But yeah, thank you,
So
Neanderthal,
on
for
that note,
sure. That's what we're here.
are we gonna picking up either one of these guys? Are either one of the guys worth owning? And if so, which guy? Right. That's really the question. Is like, who do you actually want to keep, Deontay Foreman or Johnson? And to me, I think it would be Foreman.
I have not messed with none of them, dude. Hey, I'm heartbroken. I'm heartbroken after this last one. Hey, this next one is gonna be my favorite chat. Hey, Dillon, stay tuned after the show. That'll be the last thing we do. Just remind me. I'll get there. I've never been scared of shotgun a beer. It's all good, baby.
Don't threaten me with a good time,
Alex,
right?
bro. You know what I mean? Hey, I don't even want to shotgun a beer, but like I can't turn down a challenge. I can just turn off the camera if it doesn't go well. Hey. All right.
If it doesn't go,
Alex
any F-bombs so
Rose.
far?
Yeah, I dropped two. I dropped two F-bombs.
Oh, well, we're on. Somebody keep cat.
I got it. Hey, it's only me. Who do you think I can get for Saquon? I'm deep at running back and need a receiver. Again, man, I think we're all going to say the same. Saquon is super iffy, but you don't want to get rid of a running back straight for a wide receiver. So you have to give me a running back and somebody else, like somebody that you feel is up and coming and a wide receiver, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Cricket Man says Alex. Hey, I'll go back. Hey, Cricket Man says Alex
What you
Rose.
need to
You
do,
could
Alex
probably
Rose.
get Gus.
Let
See
me
if
tell
you can make a
Alex Rose
deal.
what he needs to do. Wait for
Let's
Saquon to
go.
have one good game, and then sell high, and then you're gonna get
But what if he never does?
He will. He's coming back. He should be fine. He'll have a decent enough game that somebody will see that, okay, he's gone through the injuries. He's done with the bye. Let's go with, Saquon, and he still carries the name, dude. And he's a start. First of all, he's a starting running back. So that alone is better than most of these other running backs that are in running back by committee situations and this and that. So he has a lot of value. You know what I mean? Like in that sense, and then he could go to a wide receiver heavy team,
You're right.
and hopefully get the pick of his litter. But you just got to trade with the right person in your league. You know what I mean? Like you're not going to go with the guy that's just struggling to get by with two wide receivers that are wide receiver twos for that matter, and a wide receiver three that he's open he could get something with, or a flex guy that he's changing in every week. You got to go with the guy that has a good wide receiving core or could take the hit. Basically, be like, oh, hey, he's running guys like maybe he had the guys that got down. Cordero Patterson that recently went down. Maybe he had the guy that had Derrick Henry go down. Those kind of guys that need the running back because they had their top guy go down and they have him handcuffed. And that's who you prey upon. Like and you got to do it fast because you got ours is in Sunday this week. It's the 20th is the deadline for trade. So you got to start
Yeah.
moving on it. Honestly, I don't know when their trade deadline is, but
You have to, guys. This might be the last trade deadline show that we're able
this
to
is.
get to for a lot of you guys.
It depends on leagues.
So I want to say, like with Saquon, I wanted to get more in depth because Saquon's a very specific guy, right? And again, we're just going all off the top of our head, what we remember, that sort of stuff. When it comes to these players, so Saquon, his deal, he's at least in through 2022, possibly 2023. So you just look at the Giants, like they potentially have a chance to make a spot into the playoffs. They're not going to win the division. Cowboys are going to win it. I'm not just being a homer. Anything could happen, right? Dak could get hurt, whatever, things happen. So with all that being said, is like
I would just
how
looking
many of
at the
these teams?
rankings, and for this week, Saquon's ranked 15th running back. That's top 20. That means you could go after shit. Maybe a Michael Pittman Jr., Terry McLaurin. Hey, maybe even a Jamar Chase. Who
But
knows?
why
Depending
do
on
that?
because he needs a
If
wide receiver
in
and he's running
reality,
back.
nah. Hey, I feel you, but I'm not. So again, I have leagues like
You
that
just
too,
want to
where I
have the
have
best starting core, dude. That's the way I look at it. The guy on the bench doesn't score you points unless you're in the best ball league.
and that's why we're here, man. We're gonna give you guys 2 different opinions, 3 different opinions, 4 different opinions. You know, we all have something.
Where's
But what I'm
Anthony at?
saying
Somebody
is
break
like,
the tie. Get on the chat,
hey,
Ant. Break the tie.
wait, I have one that says, guess, okay. Um, so when we're talking about Saquon, like a lot of these guys that are coming off these
That's
long-term
Anthony's
injuries,
idea. Look,
um,
this sounds like reason to keep Saquon. But of course, we're always running back heavy.
yeah, hey, again, so that's what I was saying. So if we're saying that he's top 20, like in reality, you can see the top 36 running backs should be played in fantasy football or at least carried on rosters, that sort of stuff. Some people go two receivers, that sort of stuff, right? I get that. That's why I want to look at contracts because it looks like the Giants are not going to win the division. Period. They might because the NFC, besides the Lions, everybody's within one loss of each other. So it's kind of a toss up in the NFC who can make it to playoffs. So it just the only reason I bring that up, it comes down to it like, are we going to run Saquon? Like, we're going to really try to win the game. We're going to really try to win this season, that sort of stuff to make it to playoffs, or not, basically. Like, if we're already out, like, again, that's like Christian McCaffrey, another one that I'll bring up.
So basically,
They
you're
have a
saying
chance.
is
They
are
have
the
a chance
Giants
to win
team
it
to
and
throw in
make
the
it.
towel because they're not going to make it? They're not going to be division winners. That's what you're saying. Like I don't think
And
teams tank.
no, no, not division winners. Um, not division winners. But if I have Saquon for the long haul and I'm the owner and I'm
Yeah.
paying him X amount of money and we're not going to win it, I'm not going to play him as hard as I would if we have a possibility. So right now the Giants do have a possibility. Washington football team does have a possibility. Carolina does have a possibility. So they're going to run them until it's like, okay, we're mathematically eliminated. Then you see these kind of funny injuries come up, and it's like, all right, let's not necessarily push him when we don't need to because we have a lot of money invested in these guys. You know,
That's
that's just where
true.
I'm at.
I get what you're saying. I get where you're going with that. However, I don't think teams do that. I can't remember other than playoff teams, and that's why we don't play the last week of football is because teams that are locked in, they have a really good record, and they go to the playoffs. Then they do bench their starters so they don't play that last game and possibly risk injury. But I think a team that's in even in last place, Lions, they'll keep starting their starters or whoever it is that is not going to make the
Lions
playoffs
is
will
a
still.
different story.
I'm just saying
Hey,
every team will keep starting their starters even though they're not making the playoffs. I don't think teams bench them if they're already not eliminated, like you're saying. Because I've seen the opposite. I think if the
so
opposite happens, a
example
team
like
that's already locked in
example of
will
us being
bench their
Cowboys
starters, and
fans.
that's why we don't play Week 17. I mean, everybody doesn't play Week 17 for most
So
leagues, at least most fantasy leagues.
example example of us being Cowboys fans. We've seen Dak go down. We were doing great. We're in the playoff hunt. Dak goes down, and then you see Zeke playing less and less games because it doesn't mean as much. So we could rest them a little bit more. So I was talking about players that are coming off an injury, like a Christian McCaffrey. Like, hey, there's no need to push him on an injury like we would need to if we need to win this game to make it into playoffs. If we're not going to make it, so then hey, let's let him get that extra week of rest. Let's let him get an extra 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Let's make sure that he's healthy. So I'm just saying, playing it safer with our big players when it comes to games like those.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But who
I
knows? Hey, we can
I
both be
get what
right.
you're
But
saying.
you're right. Um,
It's
so
just a different take on it.
LeBron's
That's all it is.
brain.
It's just
Yeah,
yeah, LeBron
it's
brain.
it's one of those things. It reminds me of like when a big player goes out. So let's say a big receiver goes out and they're like, hey, that's going to make more run for the running backs. That's what some people say. Myself personally, I'm like, nah, they're just going to stack the box, take out that running back, and then the receiver doesn't hurt. But some people look at it the other way. So it's just difference of opinion. That's why we're here. Hey, we're not going to agree, but we're also not skipping Steven. Hey, we're just going to fake go at it forever. So
Right.
Ingram or CEH RB3 this week. For sure, Ingram. CH, what I heard
You're going with
recently,
Ingram?
like within the last hour, yeah, I'm going
Oh,
with Ingram because
new
I heard that
news.
they're going to hold out CH possibly one more week. So probably not run him
Oh,
against Dallas. And then do they have a bye? They have a bye week 12. Yeah, we're going on week 11. So they may hold him out till after the bye week. And why not? When Williams had that good of a game last week, why not? You know what I mean?
well, there you go. With that being said, I
I
mean,
guess
if
that
he's
makes it
saying that
easy.
he's not going to play,
Yeah, that makes
it
it
makes
easy
it
if he's
pretty
not going
easy
to
not to
play,
start
right?
CEH. So we're going to go with Ingram. And honestly, Ingram's not a bad
I don't
choice.
know
He's
why I
actually
waited
been
for a response. Yeah.
involved in a lot of the running and the passing game. I remember watching the highlights, and he had like a 20-yard catch and a catch and run on it, or maybe even longer, and a couple runs in there. So
I know he's balling.
he's getting involved in the offense over there with the Saints. So he's not a bad flex play. I mean, that's what you're looking at when you say RB3 for this week. I consider that a flex, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. Hey, he's back home. He knows the system, all that kind of stuff. He knows Sean Payton, so it's good. Hey, Neanderthal also
Neanderthals
said,
wants to see
hey,
the
look,
belt
he's showing
because
it
you know
off.
why?
You see
Because
the
I think
belt.
he's in first place in one of the leagues, and so he wants to try to see what he can win. But I'll remind you, first place is never won,
Because he
not
just
once.
beat me.
No, they've never won the belt though. When they finish first place in our leagues, they've never
No,
won
I'm
the
just
belt,
saying
not once
he
ever.
just beat me right now, so that's why.
Oh, he beat you? Oh, so he's putting it on there, dude. I tell you, hey, I don't care, dude. I'm
All
still
right.
kind of sore about
Hey, these are my
uh,
favorite.
Mahomes and his
Hey,
49
Stone
point
Cold Frank.
comeback on me again.
I
Yeah,
don't know why I
so it's
can't hit
killing
the
me.
chat no more.
Uh, uh, Cricket Man's doing some extracurricular activity.
There it is. I couldn't get the chat to show for a while. All
Dan
right.
Boys was even catching up with Johnson as the right receiver. Was texting Neanderthal, telling him
Hey,
about that.
Cricket, man.
A
Hey,
dude like this. What's up,
hey, we're
Dylan?
sorry,
Hey,
Alex.
Dylan, we're gonna get Dylan on the show. Hold on, no, I'm gonna get don't throw that up there. Right, getting off of mail on right now. That's what's up. Where'd you go? Oh, we just lost Dustin. And Anthony's here, been here for a minute. I'm just gonna throw him on the stream
Oh
right
my.
now. What's up? What's up? What's up, man?
What's up? What if I wasn't ready for you to throw me on the screen? What if I was like still
I've
scratching
seen
my
you. Been waiting for you to add
whatever?
yourself.
I'm here. What's up, guys?
I
What
seen
up,
you. You weren't
guys?
doing that. Dude. You weren't doing that.
What
I was
up?
watching.
Hey,
What's up? What's up? What's up? What up,
mine says,
world?
what up, man? Mine saying I'm having trouble connecting. Frank is the alpha male giver. Right. Look, he left that comment up for hell long.
I know, right? Let's go on to the next one.
Hey, Frank started going to chats. Like, oh, I got it from here, boys.
That's
Hey,
funny.
Frank's got
I got it. I
a.
got it. Let's go with Drew though. Drew's got an actual question. Would y'all trade Lockett and Pollard for
Hold on,
DK?
don't skip. Don't
Pollard is my
Yes.
skip.
RB4.
Don't skip. Johnson is the
Oh,
wide receiver. That took over for Quintez.
Oh yeah, when you guys were talking about that,
Oh,
when
that was you.
Neanderthal brought that up, yeah, that was me. So yeah,
Yeah.
Johnson
Okay.
he's
I was
the
like
receiver
looking
that
at
took
it
over
because I
for
was looking at
Julio.
the depth chart.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he
Yeah,
went
you
5
didn't
for
want to say
6
this
for
name. I'll
the
say
depth
it.
1something
chart. I was
yards.
like, I don't even see it.
Clap nuts.
Hey, clap nuts.
I
Do I
got you.
trade Kelsey, Swift, and
It
Cooks
was
for
Mike.
Eckler and
It was
Scary
Mike
Terry?
H that I didn't want to
Ooh,
say his name. Mike H is the one
that's
who's
a
going to get you.
blockbuster.
Kelsey, Swift, and Cooks.
I'll take the Kittle,
Kittle,
Eckler,
Eckler,
Scary Terry.
and Scary Terry. Full PPR.
I'll take that side.
My cock.
Mike Hawk.
Yeah, I'll take the Eckler side.
Yeah, I'll take the Eckler side
Damn.
just by a little.
If you guys can hear me, I would say just go. I'm losing it.
Oh, really? Yeah, you're fine here to me. You're a little choppy, but that's it. But either way, I'll take the Eckler side on that.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's just like digitized.
Hey, I'm taking the Kelsey, Swift, and Cooks.
I mean, I'd rather have Kelsey and
Swift,
Swift.
and Cooks, if you hear me.
I'd personally like to have Kelsey and Swift. Like, if anything, I would just try to make a push for Eckler.
Mm-hmm.
Like, make a push for Eckler. Like, if Eckler's on the table, he's willing to trade him. I would just remove Kelsey and Kittle, and then, like, if you need to give Swift, Cooks, and anyone else for Eckler and Scary Terry, I would do that. Personally,
I agree. Concur. I'd go for Eckler. He's got way more upside. A lot of touches.
Give him what he wants, but keep Kelsey.
Yeah, I don't know about that part. I have Kelsey. I'm not too excited.
Is it because I'm here now, Dustin? Why you're?
Yeah, right. No, I don't know why. It just
like all of a sudden.
You like that.
It got digitized. But it's me. Yeah, it got like weird.
Yeah, it's like it's and I'm
it's
excited
literally
it's
as soon as you logged on.
Like as soon as Frank added you, there was like not even like I've been in there here for a while listening. It was
I hear you perfect right now. Actually.
When he tried to
I see you for a minute. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I hear you perfectly.
All right, good. Well, maybe we're caught up. So anyway,
all right. Well, let's get it out. Let's get back on to Drew. Would you all trade Lockett?
It's Cricket Man's fault.
DK? Pollard is my RB4.
Yes,
absolutely. That's a no-brainer, Drew. Get that done. If someone's offering you that, hit accept and laugh on your way to the pick. The DK,
you're fleecing somebody.
I mean, the DK issue. Yeah, the DK. Hold on. I'm gonna take a pause on this. I need to. Like, I've been seeing DK. Like, his value seems to be just kind of shot right now. I think someone earlier on our sleeper channel. Shout out to our Get Right Fantasy Network sleeper channel. If you haven't already,
Russ is coming
in the description. Come do it. But even though I predicted Gino actually was better for DK as a DK owner, it seemed like he was better. I knew he was going to take a downgrade here in this next, week. I wasn't expecting too much of him, week 10 with Russell Wilson coming back. I'm not saying like, I called it or anything, but I wasn't expecting anything big. You saw him kind of blow up a little bit. His value is kind of down right now. So, this is the buy sell trade show. He's definitely a high trade target for me. It seems like people are willing to move him right now. So depending on your league,
so you buying or selling him?
Oh, you're buying him. Like I'm the one who's trying to buy
He's going to my notes
right now. Yeah, so like if I'm testing that DK owner, I'm testing the DK owner to see what happens.
Shut out and everything else.
No touchdowns, nothing. He gets ejected from the game.
Nobody got nothing.
Tries to come back into the game, is gonna get fined. Like he just tried to run back into the huddle. The referee was like, you got ejected. So like I don't know why they don't have to actually leave the field. Like in basketball, when you get ejected, you have to actually leave. Like he was just hanging out on the sideline.
They're actually supposed to.
Yeah. He's like switching.
They're actually supposed to. I don't think somebody didn't walk him out. Maybe somebody didn't give him the memo. They're actually supposed to leave the field in the NFL also.
And even like Chris Collinsworth or whoever it was that was like announcing, they were like, maybe if you were somebody else, you could sneak back onto the field. But like, they're like, bro, you're like 6'4", like you're not gonna know with a pacifier for a mouthpiece, like bro, they're
green
gonna
hair.
see you. Yeah, like they're gonna see you, bro. Like get out of there. So anyway.
Right?
Go get DK, man. He's a guy I'm trying to target. Again, we know he's probably going to take a hit because he's going to take those shots to Tyler.
Hey, that's why I love this show.
Go ahead.
Hey, but Russ is back. I was just going to say that's why I love this show because I don't know that people are down on DK because nobody will trade me because whatever the stigma of all of our show, like, oh, you listen to Ant and Frank,
well,
like,
obviously he's
hey,
on the
you know
table
too much,
Drew,
so nobody wants to listen to
somewhere
me. Somewhere
out there, yeah. No, nobody wants to trade with us.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna send out.
I don't even trade that much, and it's awful.
I know.
It's all good. We knew what we were signing up for, guys.
Hey, in most of these leagues, like my trade wire is maxed out. It's where hey, I have to delete trades to be able to send another trade. So I gotta like personally ask people like, hey, not to bug you, like you didn't delete it for a reason, you know what I mean? You didn't improve it for a reason, like should I just decline it? That sort of thing. So there, right? I like to hear that kind of stuff, man. It's just I'm still learning from everybody else too. That's I guess there's nowhere.
There it is. All right. So what's our next question, man? Get this next conversation going. I'm having a chat-free night, so I'm letting you guys run it tonight.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna be the eyes. See, I'm
I
the
pulled the
eyes
Gibson,
over the
Darnold,
comments.
Galladay for DK, so that's what he ended up giving up. He gave up Gibson, Dan Arnold, which is waiver wire pickup, and Kenny Galladay, who hasn't played at all yet this year for DK. I think I did good because my top wide receivers are Hopkins and then Bateman. Yeah, you did great. Good job. You played somebody. But you gave up Gibson for DK is what you did.
Yeah, 3 for 1 makes the guy feel
Everybody
great
else was
that you
just
traded
whatever.
him to, and you fleeced him.
Yeah.
Like straight fleeced him. Like
Yeah.
again, Gibson's not what we thought, or what I thought. I thought he was going to be a low end
Eli
RB1.
Murphy,
Yeah.
are you playing with fourth graders? And that's why we said you fleeced him. That's just hilarious, though, Dillon. That's hilarious. You playing for fourth graders. But I want it's with Kelsey more of that. So he was just Eli's trying to just weigh in on that. The trade over there as I value Swift and Kelsey more than that. So he's not with us on the Eckler side, but I think we switched it up when Anthony was talking about just taking Eckler on that. Any clap appreciate the feedback on that. Let me get to a chat that we got to talk about here. Here we go. LeBron's brain, CMC, Hawkinson for Swift, Barkley, Hunt. So you're getting a 3-for-2 trade here with CMC and Hawkinson, and you're looking at Swift, Saquon Barkley, and Kareem Hunt. That's like 3 running backs for a running back and a tight end. I'm going to keep the running back side.
I'd really have to know like what you have going on with this team. I'm not that big on Hawkinson. I think I heard and saw earlier that he's facing over his next like 6 or 7 games to finish the season. He's facing all top 5 teams against the tight ends, either 5 or better, going against tight ends this season. So if you can move him, great. But I'm also not trying to move CMC. We've seen him come back. He did kind of get vultured a little bit by Chuba on that 1 touchdown, but for the most part, I don't see a reason why by playoff time he's not the Christian McCaffrey, why we drafted him 1 overall. And even if he's not maybe 1 overall, he's still top 5. Again, it just really depends if you're hurting at running back.
I mean, he'll end up at the end of the season because of the games he missed, but not because of his ending. You know what I mean? Like obviously that's what you're really going for, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it really depends on your situation. Like, if you're really hurting at running back and you need that depth, then that's the kind of thing you want to do, turn 1 running back into 3. And that's the other thing everyone has to be aware of right now, too. We do have trade deadlines, coming up, but, so it is kind of the time to go all in. But at the same time, there's still, with this extra game, there's still 6 more games we have to play. So the biggest thing is making sure you still have enough depth, or at least you have your handcuffs so that you can finish out the season. So if you are going to go all in, you need to make sure you have the, handcuffs, especially for your running backs, because those are the guys most likely to go down. And then you throw COVID in it.
Because
yeah. And let alone
once
you throw COVID into it, like what happened
trust
with
me,
Big
the
Ben.
waiver wires. Yeah. And then the
So,
waiver wire
anyway.
is not what it is later on in the season. Like, there's no more breakout players, really. There's nobody that, unless you don't already have them handcuffed, the people
I
already
disagree
have
with
them
that,
handcuffed.
but
There's nobody out there.
I think you're
You're
going a
going to
little
pick
too
up a guy
general.
on week 15
Jeff
or
Wilson.
week 16.
Jeff Wilson was like a week 15, 16 guy that was on everyone's winning roster in 1 of them weeks. So
we did talk about him.
That guy's still out there this year. Like that guy is still there.
In the
so
base
it's not
case
done.
scenario where you're able to
even
pick up
close
the
to
guy that fucking falls to the waiver wire, what I'm trying to say is you should have your team prepared already for the playoffs prior to being in the playoffs, so you don't have to worry about situations like that, which is I think you were saying, as well as have your depth right?
Yep.
Or are you going to rely on the waiver wire?
All right. Where are we at, Dustin?
And
where's the next one?
He wanted to keep the CMC.
It's not on
and
me
boys,
anymore.
I'll chase Saquon for
Frank
Chase
took
all
over.
day. Yeah, I was flexing. We were trying to catch up to what's going going on?
This was just
Let's
just
try to.
this was Dustin's show.
CMC
We're just here for the ride.
Yeah. Oh, I'll let him go. Sorry, I just kind of took over the chat.
No, I was just trying to read chats to see who called me out.
Trying to get that though.
Oh, there you go.
Right? That will be kind of nice. That's what I'm saying. It is. That does. Do I roll no kicker this week? Because I don't know if I want to drop my Matt Gay and get nobody else to drop. I got nobody else to drop. So should he drop his kicker or roll with not? No.
I just want to know if Dillon's still there.
Here comes the shotgun. Oh, Dillon's still here. He's not leaving.
I think Dustin is the best person to answer. I think
Dillon's
Dustin's the best person to answer this question. So you're the one most equipped to answer.
I'm like
this
soaking
question,
wet because I just shotgun that beer. Hey, for Dillon, what's the question?
It's okay.
What's the question?
I got you.
The question is: should he keep his kicker on his roster, or should
Dillon,
he drop
I hope
him?
you watch that.
I was like, I got you.
I get the kicker questions.
No, you'll see once he finishes the question.
A kicker question?
No. Well, yeah, you'll see why. You'll see why. Go ahead, Frank. You got it. Believe me, dude. I'm doing like 3 hours with Mike tomorrow. So the less of me tonight.
I'll read off the question. Yeah. Do I roll no kicker this week? So he's asking, should he not have a kicker? Because I don't know if I want to drop Matt Gay and get nobody else to drop. So he has nobody else to drop.
Check it out.
He's going to have to drop his kicker to pick somebody up.
All right. I'm in the same position you are.
I'm a Matt Gay owner as well.
Matt Gay is killing it. But here's exactly what is going to be the telltale sign. Who plays Monday? Are they available? Are both the kickers? Because if you get some of them, like if you get 1 or 2 kickers that are playing on a Monday night to where you could see how it plays out, or you could tell if you're going to get your ass kicked, by Sunday Night Football. And that's when you got to tell, like, you might have to drop them. But if you already got your ass kicked, you might not have to drop your kicker and then just hold them and, live to win another week, right? That's how I always look at it. So I don't want to drop Matt Gay.
That's sneaky play right there.
So basically,
wait what happens after the early games. Depending on his guy, what time does the Matt Gay play at?
Matt Gay is on a bye week. That's why he doesn't want to drop him. So what I'm saying is, like, if Sunday night kickers, like, there's going to be 2 kickers right there, 2 kickers on Monday night. If those guys are available, find out if you're getting your ass kicked or you're kicking their ass. And then you'll know if you have to drop your kicker or not. Again, kickers are whatever. You could drop him this week and then next week, Justin Tucker's out there. Or, you know what I mean? Like another big name kicker. So I wouldn't trip too hard on kickers. But definitely wait and see what happens before you drop somebody. I'm sure if I looked at your roster, I could look at somebody and be like, oh, yeah, I would drop that guy, like, no problem. But we all hold on to people differently. Like I would, Frank would, Anthony does. We've all had these conversations. I remember, I think it was just last week, me and Frank or me and Anthony are telling Frank, like, wait, you're not dropping this guy? Like, I would have dropped that guy weeks ago. And he's like, nah, you're not dropping this guy? Like, I would have dropped him weeks. And I'm looking at both their arguments like, hell, I wouldn't have either of those guys rostered, but we're all different because we all see different stuff in certain people. So,
yeah.
Wow, that was really long-winded.
Anyways.
No, that was good. All I want to add on
kickers are kickers. Who cares about a kicker?
Nah, Matt Gay's different.
That's my attitude about kickers.
The only thing I would add on
the same as the other, man. You can't judge picks.
All right, I don't need anything. Next question. Go ahead.
Add it.
No, if we want to add what do you think about Golladay?
Like I said, dude, I want to hear what you have to say on Friday, man. Go ahead.
No, I want to hear what you have to say about kickers.
No, it's just about a kicker. I caught myself. No, all I was gonna say is I have Matt Gay, but luckily or unluckily, I had Aaron Jones go down this week. So as soon as they mark him as out, I'm gonna pick up my kicker. So I'll just get whoever's the best available by the time they mark him out. So I can throw him in my IR.
There you go. So he's waiting for his guy to all go IR so he has a spot and then be able to do something about it.
Exactly.
Bro.
And Alex Rose came back. We're talking about
we have
my
a
other
listener from
RBs are
Japan,
Chug, Monty,
Frank.
Hunt,
Say
and
what?
Gibson.
Roll call. Where's everybody from?
What's up?
I'm not saying his name, but he says he's from Japan. Sorry, go ahead, Frank. I just
That's
so
cool.
far. We're so far back on this chat. It's ridiculous. Go ahead, take over.
It's all good.
I don't know where. I know where we're at, but
I'm gonna
like,
switch
we're
it up.
far back.
I have no clue.
It's something about a uke.
I don't know
on
if
these
we saw
guys. How
this
about
one.
to drop a uke? Yeah, I would drop a uke.
I don't know how far.
CMC rest of the season for sure. Start him the rest of the season. Like, what's the question?
Number one,
Moving
number
on.
two. Period.
I thought
So
you would like
I'll
him.
say-
These guys are talking about themselves.
La China bad, La Republican good. What's up, man? It's funny. Dustin's a anti-LeBron
Here's one
fan.
about
and
you,
I'm a
Dustin.
huge LeBron fan.
Dustin.
So.
Dustin,
Hey,
here you go.
LeBron.
Did you read that? It's on the screen.
All the championship belts in the world couldn't fix Dustin's Wi-Fi. Bro, hey, I'm on Xfinity. Like, these dudes are charging me $200 something a month, hey? And I'm the guy with the bad internet. I had to turn off.
Seriously.
I had to turn off my Call of Duty. I stopped watching the YouTube live. Like, yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry, guys. Hey,
Here's an important
third
question.
world problems.
Here's an important
at least you're a whole green screen.
question from Gawkeye. Is there a way I could donate
Hey, that's our
directly
boy
to
from
St. Jude
Japan.
to the St. Jude Fund?
Hey, can I speak on this, please?
So that's important, man. How can you donate directly to the St. Jude Fund? Yeah, go ahead. I don't know about you. Handle it. This is yours.
Hey, so look, hey, if you go to the St. Jude's website, like, they don't sponsor us, nothing. We have no affiliation with them. We just know what they do. They're helping kids that have been diagnosed at a young age with cancer. So definitely do that, man. We appreciate it. It means the world. Like, we have a lot of people in here. So Magoat, Dim Boys. We had another one on the show earlier
Jonathan
who heard
Smith.
what we were doing. Yeah, Jonathan. Hey, we had somebody else on the show earlier. He's like, hey,
He's gonna
heard
do
what you guys are doing.
$100.
I'm gonna drop $100. Like, man, like, hey, that stuff means the world, dude. So it's bigger than us. Like, screw our subscribers, all that kind of stuff. Man, just go to St. Jude's.
Just go
It's
donate
gonna take you
directly,
straight
right?
to
You
it.
don't have to do nothing. You don't have to send it to us. Just send it straight to them. That way you know where it
Yeah,
went.
we don't want no credit, nothing like that, man. We just appreciate you. Again, this is who I was saying. I read it earlier in the chats. Hey, from Japan, I believe. So, hey, we appreciate having you, man. That's freaking awesome, dude. We would love to talk to you. Join
That's
the
what's
links
up.
that we have below, dude, just to get involved in our sleeper channels and all that kind of stuff. And we answer these questions 24/7. Again, the like and subscribe does help us. Like, we're a long way away, but hey, one day if we could get paid for this kind of stuff, like, that'd be cool because we already give away a hell of money and stuff like that. So
For sure.
hey, maybe we
It'd be
might
nice
get
to
it.
recoup
Hey,
some of that money.
yeah, might get something back. And shout out to Underdog.
So here's a good question.
No,
shout
I'm like,
out
I
to
don't care.
Underdog.
I'd
Here's a
be
good question
spending
from
this
Drew.
money anyway, so I'm good.
What wide receiver
Yeah,
do y'all
no, totally.
target for a Hendo Lockett package? Hendo is my RB3, and I'm looking to use him to upgrade to a wide receiver 1.
Nah.
Nice.
Hey,
So
Drew.
basically,
Nah.
but
No.
no,
There's two wide receiver ones in my opinion. All right, so I'll give it to Cup. We don't know what's going to happen. There's two wide receiver ones. It's going to be Hill. It's going to be Adams. I'm not doing it because we're so far away. We're so removed from Russell Wilson coming back that people are like, oh yeah, Lockett this, Lockett that. Like, dude, hey, Lockett was that boy the first like 8 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever, until he got hurt. Like, hey, give me a Hendo Lockett package over most receivers out there, unless you're giving me some top notch, top 3 to 5 receivers. No, thank you.
So would you
I'll
say
take my running
Stephon
back. I
Diggs,
need a
AJ
third running
Brown,
back for bye weeks.
maybe some Debo? Any
No,
of those
I
guys?
want it.
No, Justin Jefferson.
Debo would really have me questioning it, but you'll have to throw in like a second running back, and I'm saying like low tier, like not Zach Moss low tier, but like, you know what I mean? Like, that's tough for me. I'd rather just stick with Hino. Hino has good numbers. Lockett does it, but I'll take Hendo over,
But
you know,
it's RB3.
11
He's
through
not even playing
20. I don't care. Hey, I could care less because one injury. Hey, you're
Yeah.
one injury
One
away,
injury,
man.
you need
We've
that
all
guy
been
way
there.
more than you need the wide receiver. That's all I wanted to get
So
out of here.
top
The
five
wide
wide receivers
Keep
right
your
now
depth,
in
dude.
fantasy.
You need your
Top
depth.
five wide receivers in fantasy right now in a
Is it gonna
PPR
be
league
Cup,
are Cup, Hill,
Debo,
Hill, Adams, and Chase.
You didn't let me do it. Hey, I was gonna. Hey, I had
I just
four.
was going
Hey,
through. You were saying it
I
with
had
me.
four
I
of the
thought you were
five.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were good. And then, interestingly
No, that
enough,
was what
you
I was
guys were
looking.
talking about it earlier. Marquise Brown, he's at 6. Michael Pittman Jr. at 7.
And
CD Lamb at 8. Chris Godwin at 9. Justin Jefferson at 10. So maybe you go get Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
It seems like people are willing to trade him right now. He doesn't have the greatest of playoff matchups. The thing
Stephon
that
Diggs.
worries me with the biggest issue with Justin Jefferson for me is that at Green Bay in week 17, it's going to be negative 300 degrees, frozen tundra. Like, I'm not excited to have
Hey,
my top
let me
wide
ask you because
receiver
I
in
don't
that
know.
game.
Let me ask you because I don't know. So playoffs was normally for 2-week playoffs 14-15. They want to do 16. Now this year they're going to 17. Like they're I don't know what Yahoo decided to do or ESPN. They're probably not playing the 17th week as a championship game, right? They're probably playing 16th. Again, I don't know if you guys know offhand. I'm just asking because I don't know.
I know all the leagues that, like our listener league and every other league we're playing with, playoffs are 15, 16, 17. But you don't play that 18th week of the season.
Okay.
At least most of my leagues got adjusted to that. So there's that extra game, regular game season. So now most teams, like there's going
That
to be
don't
some
make any
7 and
sense to me, but
there's going to be some
it don't
7
make
and
any sense that you would play 17 at all.
Why? It was the reason why we played 16 last year.
No,
So,
we played 14.
I don't.
Yeah.
14, 15 in most every league last year.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's 14.
In the leagues that I played in.
You never played the last game.
Because
you don't play the last game.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, which would be 17.
14, 15, 16 in a 17-week season. So now it's 18 weeks. So playoffs are 15, 16, 17.
Yeah, but 18 with the bye.
Yeah, but
Go look at our
18
listener
weeks.
league. Go look at. I mean,
I'm
again,
not
if
saying
you
that,
played
I'm
it
not
2
saying
weeks,
the listener league
well,
is
you
right.
have
I'm
some.
just saying.
No, I'm just saying you have like if you're playing like a 4-team playoff, it also has to do with how many teams you're playing in the playoffs. So if it's a 4-team playoff, you're right.
Well, not
Sometimes it's
necessarily.
only week 15 and 16 that they would play, and you don't play that 17th week. In this case, there's 17
I'm
games.
with
You don't
Frank.
play the 18th
I'm
game.
with Frank. Even if it's 6 or 8 teams, it would be 14, 15, 16.
Yeah,
or
last
whatever,
year.
15, 16,
So
17,
now you
and
shift
not
that up by
18.
one.
The
whole point
last
is you
game should
never
never
played the
be in
last game.
playoffs. That's my point. I'm with Frank.
Yeah. Should never be.
Yeah,
in
we're not
playoffs,
playing
no.
18.
Ever. It doesn't matter how many teams are involved. You should never play the last game.
Yeah.
Fact.
And it's not. I don't know what we're arguing about.
It's not argument.
We're moving on. Pick me a flex, fellas.
Like I don't understand.
Daryl Williams versus
You guys are very
Dallas.
confused.
We already moved on. Miles Gaskin
again.
at the New York Jets, or Cordero Patterson questionable versus New England. So I'm not gonna even pick Cordero Patterson.
I have to read that one more time. Pick me a flex.
Well, Cordell's probably out a week or two, banged up. Miles Gaskin, I don't really trust even against the Jets.
Hey, Miles Gaskin, baby.
Nah. Give me
Daryl
Williams.
He's not playing against the greatest team in football, and he's not. Cordell Patterson's out for
Dallas
at least a week.
Up some numbers defensive wise, but I think that he could still get his runs in, so he should be okay. Like we just lost Anthony. But yeah, no, I would run with Daryl Williams. Is who I'd pick over that. Gaskin, he's hit and miss. He's just way too hit and miss, and Cordell Patterson will be out. He's not gonna play.
Yeah, but against the
even if he does play,
Jets, that's the only thing that
are
gets
you going to be
me.
comfortable that he plays? New England has a decent defense, so even if he does play, are you still going to be comfortable playing him?
No, it's a
Injured at that?
Jets. Yeah. No. Cordell Patterson, I'm not playing. That's the number one that I'm like sitting because he's hurt and he's not playing this week. Myles Gaskin against the Jets. Again, I said this earlier. You hate him 1 week and then he has a favorable matchup. So he's going to get 10 targets, whatever. Hey, Darrell Williams, he had an amazing game, but he's playing against Dallas. So we already know how that's going to be. It's not in your favor. If you're playing against Dallas, it's not in your favor. So
I think it's still his best option.
yeah, Gaskin. Don't.
I think he was talking about your shot right here, Dillon.
I did that for him. Hey, I'm here for you, bro. That's the only reason I'm here, Dylan.
Eli's asked Gaskins.
He said Gaskins?
Take a 50% of the snaps. Yeah, Gaskin. It's Gaskin. It's not Gaskins.
I'm just kidding. Hey, we got beat up so many times over that. We're correcting other people.
Yeah, right?
Like, whoa,
hey. 50% of this highest ceiling is Gaskins. He keeps saying Gaskins. I got to read it, though. Against bad defense against the Jets. And I will say I disagree. He's just too unpredictable, regardless of the matchup. He's had really good matchups and still doesn't do well. And then he's too unpredictable. I'd rather go with Williams. What do you think, Ant? What are you going to roll with? We're talking Darrell Williams against Dallas, Myles Gaskin against the Jets, or Cordero Patterson, who's probably not playing, versus the Jets. Who's your choice?
He's not playing. I think it's safe to say he's not playing.
Yeah, I'm going
very, very safe.
I'm going with Darrell Williams, as I think I was trying to say before I started. I had to log out real quick. Darrell Williams, he's been producing well. Had 9 targets last game, over 100 yards receiving. Especially if Kansas City has this whole take what the defense gives them. They're going to have that open if they're playing that 2-shell cover 2 and daring them to throw under, basically taking Tyreek out of the game. He was able to find Kelsey last week and Darrell Williams. So until I see otherwise, I'm rolling out Williams. I don't trust Gaskins against the Jets. Don't trust
him. Did you say Gaskins?
Of course I did.
Gaskins.
It's because because of Eli. I had to do it. I had to throw it out there. I didn't want to be
we've been beat up. Beat up over that.
Dustin, here's a comment.
Yes, sir.
Here's a comment for you.
That's good. Let me save the rest of that.
Oh, that's weird. So that's Drew that changed his name. That's Drew that changed his name from a sleeveless shirt man.
Hey, bust him out. That's weird.
That beer was real quick one time. Hello from Japan. Love the content, guys. Appreciate you. Again, donate to the St. Jude's directly. It's all good. We don't need any credit. Just go ahead and do it.
All right. Hey, I'm sorry, Frank. Before you get to the next shot, I was
Robbie
right.
Anderson might get his stuff together.
Frank,
with Cam Newton there.
Hey, Frank, if you said, hey, I just want to clarify when we're talking about Gaskin. If you literally look at his stats, every other game, I don't know if he scores a touchdown. He goes 12-8, 10 under 1, 31
under 1,
17-8, 14-5. So it's his game. Like it's every other game. He's like.
So he had double digits his last game. So he had double digits his last game.
No, he had 5.
Frank. So 5. That's what it is. He's 5. Double digits.
Oh, so he's gonna have
every
a good
other
game this next game.
Yeah,
he's double digits every other game. Yeah, and he went 5 last game. So,
so
if you want to get made, it could be 10 as a floor.
I'm starting Gaskin everywhere this week.
And it's not well, I guess it doesn't show receiving right here because
you heard it here first. Get your daily fantasy lined up. Get you some miles.
every other week.
Gonna give you some double digits.
Hey, play Gaskin on week 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Like
so Eli's like, some kickers are definitely better than other kickers. Better offense, more kickers to be kicked. Yes, we do
Hold on,
agree, but we're going to go back to
block
James Martin.
through.
Y'all think Robbie Anderson might get his stuff together with Cam Newton there? So, what do you guys think? Is it going to be better for Robbie Anderson now that Cam's back?
Yeah, well, better for DJ Moore.
Anyone but Sam Darnold.
Yeah, it's pretty much an upgrade.
Dunzo.
In any case scenario, and Cam been there before, knows what he's doing with these people, has a lot of familiar faces, right?
Frank, just say it. He's back.
That'll help.
He's back.
I'm back.
He's back. He's back. He's back where he needs to be. I love the meme that I shared with us. I said, hey, they fired him from his job, and he came back in through the temp agency. That's what's up.
For real. It's like Anthony with that hat.
Oh. Right? I know. I haven't got any stupid hat comments until then.
Fremuth,
I had to throw one in there.
Kemet this week, week 11. Fremuth and Kemet, week 11. Kemet.
Freiermuth.
Yep. Gotta go Freiermuth.
Freiermuth all the way. And Eli agrees. Freiermuth, boomer bust. Underdog. Where's our money, Dustin?
Hey, that's crazy. What? Really?
Did somebody just create an account?
Their name?
Straight up use the logo?
Hey, that's sick as hell. Hey, that's the tightest thing I've ever seen.
Guys, I have no sleeves. How am I supposed to roll them up? Leave the shirt, man. That's awesome.
Dude, you just need to hop on the stream with us, dude. That's the only thing. Hey, you win.
Yeah, that's the only way. Then you get to get to work, right? You already. He's basically saying, "I'm just stay ready." You know what I mean? That's what that means.
You don't have to get
ready.
I stay ready. I don't gotta roll the sleeves. I'll stay ready.
Who's this? Who's this picture? I gotta
week
see
17 is the final round, and all my league week 18 is a garbage
what?
week. Yeah, that's what we're
saying.
See
this next comment?
Last week
I don't even care about this. Stop it. Hold on. Look at this.
Okay. Hey, guys.
That's how you know you're big time.
What the
That's how you know you've made it.
This is crazy.
Oh, man. We've made it, guys.
Hey, guys. It's me, the real Justice.
What the heck? Are you serious?
Oh, shit.
You guys are creating accounts just to troll us? That is hilarious.
Hey, it's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
You guys just made my night. They just made my night. Did you
hey, hold on. Let me screenshot this, dude. I feel so freaking honored.
That's hilarious. You guys looked up. You went to our website and got the pic.
Dude.
Oh, that's amazing.
Funny.
I love it, dude.
Anyway, moving on.
Really hilarious stuff. That was awesome.
Hey.
That's
honestly,
the
dude,
best trolling I've seen in a long, long time.
That was a good troll.
Hey, well honestly, I don't know if that really is the real Dustin or me. I don't even know anymore, dude.
I was confused. It looked legit.
Dustin from Get Right Fantasy.
Oh man!
Hey,
all right, what's up,
Dillon?
Jonah?
Hey, look, we have
Jonah, the Archangel.
Time out.
I love saying that name. It's Archmage. Archangel.
If you read Dillon's last line, all right, I'm done making accounts now. Thanks for the last. Hey, so Dillon says it's him. But we don't know, dude. Is Dillon really Dustin and Dustin's really him? Who knows, bro?
I do that.
Frank, the conversation's steamroller. Yes, dude.
Keep it rolling, man. Yeah,
he's hard. Hey,
he's
hard to work with sometimes. Oh, dude, we're way behind. So, yeah, Jonah, go. Rapid fire.
That's what I said. We got to keep it rolling. Got to keep it rolling. That's it. So, was offered Jay Robinson.
I got time out. I got a screenshot.
Hold on.
Hey, everybody else is really trying to get their questions answered. Hey,
all right, we gotta stop doing that, or else that's all we're gonna get. But
I can't screenshot right now.
Let's go.
Oh,
let's go.
Oh, I screenshot it too late. Go back.
Archmage Eternal. Again, I love saying that name though. It's hella funny.
We're already. It's being recorded. You got it. It's being recorded. You're good. We'll go back.
Yeah, no, I was about to say you can go back and do this. I got to do it live. Let me just get it right now.
All right. I'm sorry.
Was offered James Robinson and choose one. Was offered J Rob, right? And choose one: Dillon, Elijah Mitchell, Gibson, Damon Harris, or CEH for Chubb. I'm currently saying no, but want to get you guys' takes. What do you think? It was offered J Rob, and choose one of these following guys for Chubb.
Yeah. If anything, I would maybe go Mitchell and Harris or Mitchell and CEH. But for
Mitchell
the
just
most
got
part,
a freaking pinpin in his finger.
he's fine. It's
Did you
just
read about that?
Yeah, it's just a finger. What's his
Ouch,
name?
my
Threw his
finger.
finger in the garbage and came back on and started playing.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a finger, bro.
Put me in the game, coach.
He's not
So
the
Anthony
quarterback. Yeah,
Anthony,
he's
the
fine.
49er fan, will
I'm
tell you to
saying
pick up
keep
the
Chubb,
49er.
man. I'm just saying keep Chubb
Keep Chubb.
is what I'm telling you. So
Yeah, there you
that's
go.
what I'm saying. J Media says you're way back.
I
We're
don't
like
even
20
know what the
minutes back now.
question is.
J Media said Patterson is practicing, by the way. I think he was considered a limited participant. Again, we'll see if he plays, but even if he plays, he's not going to be 100%. So, and his chance for injury is going to be high. So, if you can sit Patterson, I kind of would this week. So,
yeah.
Hey, not I kind of would.
Nice
Do not
to
play
you
Patterson
saying
this week.
this is hilarious.
Yeah.
Help me out on my deathbed. Live, do I start?
Yeah, basically, if you get that
Lord.
loss this week, you're done. If you get a loss this week, you're done, is what he's saying. So, do I start
Yeah.
Ty Johnson or Russell Gage this week? I see you, man.
Hey,
I think
just
you're
quit,
done, bro.
dude.
Either way,
Hey. Yeah, you're done, my guy. Hey,
that's tough, dude.
Eli
Russell
says
Gage,
keep
go
Chubb,
for the upside.
Robinson. Keep
No,
Chubb,
what
Robinson.
are we really answering for that? What are we really
I don't even
answering
know
for
what
that
the
question?
question is.
I say
Frank,
Russell Gage and shoot for the moon.
Russell Gage.
Frank, aka El Jefe, bro.
El Jefe.
Running shit. Ty Johnson is guaranteed points.
Yeah, we got to catch up on some stuff.
Waddles around the pocket and throws shakedowns. What would you guys want in return if someone was trying to get Devontae Adams from you? If it's PPR or non-PPR is a big difference. But PPR, hey, you give me a solid ass running back, and I'm taking that. Hey, give me Zeke or better. What's up?
Everything they have. Everything they have.
Hey, Jonah.
Maybe even two.
Ramadre
Devontae Adams is untradeable.
League, or should I start Conklin instead? Hey, Conklin. I have notes on Conklin. Hey, Conklin's the 11th highest scoring tight end in the league. Why you hold him right now and you're one of the 35% that holds him, we'll never know. You guys have any comment on that? No.
Start Stevenson.
Don't block
Start
me.
with the running backs. Always start a running back over anything else.
Hey, Drew. Don't block me. Someone else changed their name to mine, so now he's saying it's not him. Hey, Frank the champ. Frank, were you writing in here? I'm here to kick ass and win fantasy football championships, and it's almost the off season. Okay, Frank. Hey, bless you, Frank. I don't know if you sneezed. I don't know if you sneezed or Michelle just she thinks you need to be blessed.
No, he was sneezing,
Eli,
remember?
Hey, Eli says, I wouldn't trade Devontae. His price is the lowest it's ever been. And he says to go Stevenson. Dillon. All right, I'm done making accounts now. Thanks for the last. I don't know if it really is. Dude, I feel like it's the meme with the two Spider-Mans where they're pointing at each other. Like, I don't know who's who. I don't know who to believe. So we're going to leave you guys all in because this is awesome, Des. This is like one of my favorite shows.
It was funny.
Hey, George says, will Joe Flacco use Carter like Mike White did? Mike White should be starting, man.
Joe Flacco's in his Fitzmagic years. He's chucking it up.
Twilight of his
He don't care. Like,
I think, Fitzmagic's younger.
He's gonna throw it to Elijah
he
Moore.
has to be, right?
He ain't checking down nothing. That's my 2 cents.
Honestly, other than
no. Hey, feel the wrath
MVP
of Flacco
season when he won, he got there, got paid, and has sucked ever since. Like, literally.
It's a circle. Eli says, no guarantee, but I don't see Flacco's gambling anytime soon. Like, hey, that's a tough one, dude. Hey, that's a really close observation, but I'm gonna have to rock with him on that. Expect the worst, prepare for the best. Oh, that's when you were talking about
likely
timeout.
Drew.
Who does that? Frank, I was on a roll, dude.
All right.
You love touching chat. And hey, I was rolling through these things, dude. Hey, likely story, Drew. Oh, dude, it's Drew and Dillon. We don't know who to believe. Because I got offered CD for Carter. I get CD. Yeah, hey, CD.
We're not even sure
no
if that's your
questions
real
asked. I speak for everybody.
You know,
we don't know what the hell is going on right now. I have Taylor and Gibson. Okay, George, we're happy for you. CD for Carter. CD. I don't care which Carter you're talking about. Could be freaking Lil Wayne for all I care. Do that like now. Joe
Agreed.
Flacco is like my guy. I see you on his headset. Hey, the last troll of the night. So, hey, hearing no further arguments. Actually, I want to stay awake and just see. Hey, we'll stay on the chat.
That's hilarious.
That shit, hey,
Joe
that shit
Flacco
is
is my guy on his deathbed. That's hilarious. I think he did have a question right here, though. George LeBron is because I offered CD for Carter, I get CD. I have Taylor and Gibson.
Yeah, and he's saying he has Taylor and
how's
Gibson.
that a question? Hey,
So,
we
yeah,
all said, hey,
take CD.
Is anybody saying not CD?
CD Lamb for Carter. Which
no. Carter? It don't matter. That's
disagreeing
what I'm saying.
with that. Yeah.
Name a Carter that you'd rather have over a CD.
CD Lamb?
Hey,
yeah, I can't even.
Michael Carter?
Yeah, that's a no. I don't even know who you're thinking, but yeah, that's a definitely no.
That's the only reason I skipped it, Frank, is because I knew we would all say that. Like, I don't care if it's Chris Carter himself. Hey,
right.
CD Lamb's got 111 points so far, fantasy points this year. He's number 6 in fantasy points as far as wide receivers is concerned. Why would you give him away here? Trade him to maybe he's saying CMC. Maybe it's a typo. Because that's the only guy you'd go for.
Not.
I'd trade CD Lamb for CMC. Because if that's not who you're asking for or getting,
hey, time out. Hey.
I wouldn't do it.
It's basically the same question, just the other way around.
Hey, look at this. Hey,
like...
hey, these are hilarious.
Now Lamb is the Carter.
Do you guys see the chat?
Let's go Smokey the Cat.
Both of them now. Hey, it's both of them now.
Smokey the Cat. Good up, guys.
Frank.
Wait, hold on. I was trying to actually get a question.
I got the chat. Hey, now Drew and Dillon both have their own channel. Hey, Eli, he may not have broken out yet, but the ball gets ran through him. Expect 6 centers from Smokey the Cat. Play Russell Wilson or Cousins this week? That's actually probably a real question.
Cousins.
I don't even know anymore. Cousins, to be safe, for sure. I'll say Cousins.
Cousins easily.
All right, so this one actually is real. Sorry, guys. Like, hey, we're just going through it over here. We don't know what's real, what's not anymore. So he's clarifying, Frank. I get CD. I give away Michael Carter. Hey, get CD. It's a crazy question.
Get CD all day.
And
hit the button and don't look back.
Yeah. Hey, don't even write it, dude. Hey, get on. Hey, get on whatever you're on. Yahoo. Cousins.
Yeah.
Cardinals are a tough matchup.
Except come back, tell us you just fleeced somebody.
Agreed.
What?
Did you get Smokey the Cat's other question about Bateman and Pollard and Devonta Foreman?
Oh, dude, hey, this gets better. Hey, what the hell? Hey, watch this next one, Ant. Hey, you guys ready? Hey, so Anthony, who's on the chat, says, hey, sorry for Frank and Dustin hijacking the stream, guys. They should hand me over the comments. Send me your credit card info if you agree. Hey, so if you guys have time, hey, definitely send over. Don't forget to do the last 3 expiration date. Like, let's get off. Hey, look, hey, that is and that's it for tonight, boys.
I'm not touching
it.
That's a good
Oh,
show.
bro,
That's a good
this-
show. That's funny as shit. Let's
That
call
was
it
good
a
stuff.
night
you
on,
kept me-
end on a high note.
No, hold on. Did we get the last question in there though from Smokey the Cat for real, or are we gonna pass that one out?
Hey, that's all seriously a bot. Like, hey, but seriously, can you send your credit card information? Like,
seriously. Send it
hey,
on
Drew
over.
and Dillon, we appreciate you guys.
Drew and Dillon, the one guy. But no, for real. Smokey the Cat said flex one. Bateman, Pollard, or Devonta Foreman, and then what are our overall thoughts on Foreman?
So guys, one flex Bateman.
Wait. What was the question? I'm sorry. I was it's hilarious.
To me, it's Bateman.
Agreed.
It's just Bateman's still getting over 6 targets a game. I love Pollard. Pollard got his work. Deontay Foreman, I just can't put my hands on what they're gonna do.
I think Foreman's going to be the guy over there.
God. Hey, these
I
fools are
think they know
crazy.
because they've gone after 3 dudes now, and you know Adrian Peterson's not going to be the man. We all picked up Jeremy Nichols, and it's going to be Foreman. So it's how he's going to produce, how well he will be, is to be determined, right? Like but I'm trying to get his actual game log and stats. Last 2 games, I mean, the first game he got 5 for 29, 2.9 points. Then went 11 for 30 yards, 2.7 yard average of the longest 6. So he got 7.8 points. Bateman still has the way better upside and target share. Pollard is just an excellent handcuff for Zeke because Zeke is the man over there. He does get some touches, but not enough touches to warrant him starting even as a flex, right? He's not even a flex guy, so go with Bateman. Dustin can't help himself.
Yeah,
He's
no.
reading all these
Hey.
all the chat, so this is
Hey,
awesome.
my man Dirk is
That's where we
fucked.
draw the
Hey,
line. I'm like,
yeah,
oh, that's
exactly.
not good. That actually looks
Hey,
like us.
donate
now.
to St. Jude's or your kneecaps are ours. Like,
Man,
hey, Eli Pollard
That's
got
tough.
garbage time. That's true. He really did. Because I was gonna start him. I was happy I didn't, and then fourth quarter came. Like Dillon trying to play it off. Hey, Myers or Harris? It depends if Harris is gonna play.
yeah, Harris was cleared. He's playing this week. I'm going Harris, even in a PPR.
Damian Harris for the next comment.
Oh,
Next
yeah,
2 comments.
Yeah,
roll
I
with
figured
Harris.
it was Damien as well. Yeah. And for
Yeah.
the same reasons that
Smoking
Eli's
the cat.
saying, he has a greater chance of scoring that touchdown or 2. That's the thing I've liked about him this year is
Yeah,
Belichick's
exactly.
actually let him score 2 touchdowns, a game. I like it. He's getting those goal line touches, especially like when you'd see him come in. You'd see Stevenson run it within like the 10, and then Harris would come in, even at the 5 and still get that goal line carry. So that's good. All right, so that might be a good place to end.
Yeah,
good.
perfect. Hey,
Yeah.
but if you guys want to keep hacking us, like that was hilarious.
That was pretty good. That was good.
Appreciate it. This was
Hey,
hilarious night.
Hey, so
That was-
again,
that was funny.
hey Frank, Anthony,
Hit
again,
it.
we appreciate all the. Oh, Mike's here. Oh damn. Hey, picture her name, everything. Hey guys, this is Mike. My car just broke. What do you wife? No, hey, sorry, Mike.
That's full on troll
Sorry,
to the
Mike.
next level. That's hilarious, guys. Good night, guys.
Hey,
fun.
we appreciate
Love
you
being on the
guys.
show. It was
Frank,
good.
Anthony,
It was
appreciate all the input. Roll your sleeves
awesome.
down. Like and subscribe. God bless.
Thank you.